Hey everyone, I've got a problem here and hope we can figure this one out and maybe it'll help someone else that might have a similar issue. So the 7.3 Powerstroke, she was working pretty good for me today, hauling a big shipping container down to Seattle. Dropped it off, but on the way back started to cut out, progressively getting worse. I liked it to keep going, trying to get closer to home. I live about 45 minutes north of Seattle. I'm crossing the floating bridge, made it across, but every now and then it would sputter. And then started getting closer and closer to home. And eventually it got so bad it was just stumbling. I felt like it was not getting fuel. But eventually I just pulled over off the freeway into a parking lot, and it just stopped and it basically wouldn't restart. So made a phone call. I was close to home. My brother grabbed the trusty 7.3 IDI turbo diesel. Saved me in a pinch quite a few times. Fully mechanical, super reliable. Just doesn't have quite the oomph and pulling power of these newer diesels. But anyway, came and rescued me. The trailer I was pulling, we switched it over to the 94, and she winched herself onto the trailer. And I've been doing some diagnosing, and the way that it died, it's like almost like you shut off power. You can just see the tachometer just jump down, and it'll stumble. So I've been doing lots of checking, and I'm kind of leaning towards the cam position sensor, which I know is a problem for these guys, and I've never changed it on this one. But according to the internet, if your tachometer is not moving, it's most likely that's the cause. So that's where I'm kind of leaning. There's also IPR valves, those can be problematic. And that could be the problem with this one. But I'll show you what it's doing. It does start for a second every now and then after you let it cool off for a while and just sit there. I got the batteries on charge right now because they're pretty spanked. But I'll show you what it does. It might run for a little bit, but it'll shut down just like you turn the key off. So here we are up in the cab. Watch that tachometer. Oh, of course you're just gonna run now. Well, I can see we do have a check engine light on, so that's good. That's the one thing I was missing, and I was kind of confused because they said if the cam position sensor is going out, that'll illuminate and you get your code, and that kind of point you in the right direction. I don't know why it's running so good now. I don't trust it though. Let's check the code. One code found. P1280. So I looked up the 1280 code, and it's for the ICP sensor. And that doesn't tell me much because I unhooked it, because I heard if you unhooked it, sometimes that'll make the engine default and restart, and that didn't fix it at the time, so I don't think that's the problem. We're gonna keep looking. Well, we caught it in the act. It was, you saw it, it was running fine, and it just shut down like somebody turned the key off. I don't know what that noise is. Oh, shut down too. Anyway, let's go back inside and try once again and see about this tachometer issue, if that's the issue, what's going on, and it's the cam position sensor. That's what I'm hoping. All right, key off. Oh. See how the tachometer didn't move when it was cranking? I think that's what's going on. So let's change out that cam position sensor and see if this fixes our issue. Here's what I use to get it out. A 10mm extension. That's the bolt. It comes right out. Sorry, I couldn't film it. I needed both my hands. But that's it right there. Hopefully that fixes it. So we got the new sensor that came today. Let's put it in and try it out. So there we go, got it in there. Plugged in the connector. Gonna go test this out. Hopefully it was all worth it. So far, so good. Well, been running for about 10 minutes. It's a good sign.